So 2003, you give birth to your first child, Grace, and she's fine now. She's thriving, 14-year-old.
Yes.
But it wasn't fine, right, sort of at the end stages of labor and delivery.
The part that I hadn't expected was after I delivered her, I didn't deliver my placenta, which is the third stage of labor. I lost a lot of blood. I hemorrhaged about 800 milliliters, which is about 2 pints of blood. And you know, it was a very painful experience. And I sat there thinking, wait a minute, I had my baby. I've been holding my baby. I've been nursing my baby.
Right.
How the heck, you know, what is this?
Yeah.
And so I went home 24 hours later, you know, needing to build back my blood, needing some support at home, and then just having a lot of questions. And
about what happened, how could this happen?
Yeah, and then I came across really staggering information, which was that the complication I experienced was the leading cause of death for women and girls around the world, and that at that time,
what happened to you and did not kill you, and you went home 24 hours later, could have killed you and has killed so many others in other countries.
Exactly, all over the world.
Maternal mortality is on the rise in the United States. It's been on the rise for the last 2+ decades. It's the only industrialized country where this is the case. How is it possible that this is such a problem in this country?
I'm not sure where like the tipping point was, where it reversed, because
in the 90s somewhere.
Yeah, but we had made so much progress.
Right.
I mean, really from the 30s on. I mean, obstetrics as a specialty, hospitals, more hospitals, insurance plans, like all of these things were moving in the right direction for some time. I think at a certain point, not only was the health of some Americans getting worse, and we were having to look at new kind of emerging health conditions.
So 2005, this is 2 years after Grace is born, and you're 6.5 months pregnant with your son, and you go to El Salvador, and you're working as an ambassador with CARE. That was a turning point for you. What did you see in El Salvador?
That's where I sort of, you know, realized if I gave birth in that community with my first pregnancy, I would not have made it. I'm sure I wouldn't have. And I left that trip thinking, okay, this is the kind of community that I want to be able to help and impact. And I came back, I said, I'm going back in with CARE. You know, what can I do and where can I go? How can I be helpful? You know, I have now knowledge, I have this experience, I have
advocacy. You went to Capitol Hill.
Yep. I'm knocking on doors, you know, sharing the stories that of the stories that I saw, but also at that time with the advocacy around the global stuff is where I really learned that the U.S. was doing so poorly.
Where it is.
I was shocked. At that time, we were ranked 41st, and today
now 47th.
Yes.
You have been named a Times 100 most influential people just a few years ago. Your husband has said that he and your children watch your work, your philanthropy, and you have really defined for them what it means to give back. As you sit back and look, and I know you're just getting started really with Every Mother Counts as you keep pushing forward more and more. What do you think when you remember that 20-something-year-old who thought there's got to be more I can do?
I am proud of the choices that I've made. And I think about the choices as examples to my kids all the time. I always think there's more. There's so much more to do.
Never satisfied?
Not yet. Not yet. There's just too many people that I know that are doing so much more.
Aww.
And I look at them and I want to support them. I want to bring more attention to their work. I want them to have the recognition.
I think so many of us women, especially when we're younger, so much focus is put on from society on our appearance and how we look. And here you are, what shall I say, former supermodel, saying, in your words, being who you are, being your best self, has nothing to do with what you look like.
I believe that. I do. I mean, I see that it's so hard to have grown up in an industry that's such a focus, and one that, because it was such a focus of others, that I didn't sort of get stuck with it or on it. I was really consciously thinking about like, no, I want to be so much more. So that then that's how I look is just is. It's nothing to do with like why I'm successful or why I have opportunity. And I believe that. I think that, you know, to have an education is what's giving me more confidence than all the attention in the world in my industry.